My husband's ex-wife keeps scheduling her daughter's events on our anniversary. This year, we booked a non-refundable trip 6 months in advance, and he won't tell her no. I'm staring at the shattered pieces of our anniversary crystal vase on the hardwood floor. My hands won't stop shaking. Across the room, Eric's face is white with rage. Lila clutches Chloe's shoulder like a shield, smirking over her daughter's head. And Chloe? She's crying into her bat mitzvah speech notes. The notes I helped her write last week. This is where it ends. Not quietly at an airport gate. Here. Now. With my voice raw from screaming, "Get out!" and the terrifying certainty that I just destroyed my marriage to save myself. We booked Santorini 6 months ago. Non-refundable flights, a villa with a view of the caldera, a private sunset cruise for our 8th anniversary. I sent Lila the confirmation with a cheerful note, "So you can plan around it." She replied, "How thoughtful! Chloe's bat mitzvah is that weekend too. Perfect timing." Eric shrugged it off. "Coincidence, babe. She's chaotic." But this wasn't coincidence. This was war. Year 1. Our first anniversary dinner. Lila forgot Chloe's school play started at 7 p.m., the same time as our reservation. Eric left mid-appetizer. "It's just one night." He kissed my forehead while I stared at my untouched lobster. I wore my new emerald dress to a kids' play about photosynthesis. Year 3. Vermont cabin booked for our anniversary weekend. Lila needed help moving Chloe's furniture that exact weekend. Eric went. Came home smelling like Lila's vanilla perfume, the same one she wore when we met. "Chloe was stressed," he muttered, avoiding my eyes. I spent 48 hours alone in a silent cabin, watching snow melt off the roof. Year 6. I planned a surprise picnic at our favorite cliffside spot. Lila called as we drove there. Chloe accidentally locked herself out of the house during a thunderstorm. Eric U-turned instantly. "Dad's coming, sweetie," he chirped into the phone. Rain soaked my picnic blanket as I drove home alone. Every year I swallowed my anger. "Be the bigger person," I told myself. "He loves his daughter. It's not malicious." I was wrong. 2 weeks before Santorini, Lila showed up unannounced at our door. Chloe trailed behind her, clutching a manila folder. "Surprise!" Lila chirped, air kissing my cheek. "We brought bat mitzvah materials. Chloe wants to practice her speech here." Eric beamed. "That's great, right, babe?" My stomach dropped. Here? In our home? The weekend we were supposed to be in Greece? Chloe unfolded her speech at our dining table, the table I set for our anniversary dinner last year. Lila poured herself wine from our fridge. "Start with the Hebrew part, sweetie," Lila instructed, smoothing Chloe's hair. "Dad needs to hear it." Chloe began reciting. My eyes burned watching her, this girl I'd helped with math homework, bandaged scraped knees for. But then, Lila leaned in, whispering, "Remember to emphasize how Dad is always there for you, especially when other people try to take him away." Chloe nodded solemnly. "And I'm so grateful Dad never misses important moments, even when Annabelle gets upset." Silence. Annabelle. My name. Spoken like a dirty word. Eric shifted uncomfortably. "Annabelle, this is too much. You're upsetting Chloe." That's when I snapped. I slammed my palms on the table, making the wine glasses jump. "Upsetting Chloe? You let your ex-wife schedule her daughter's bat mitzvah on our anniversary every single year. You canceled our trip to Vermont because Lila needed help moving Chloe's furniture? You stood by when she taught Chloe to call me that lady."
I turned to Eric, tears burning my eyes. "When do I get to be enough? When do I get to be your wife?" He flinched like I'd slapped him. Then his face hardened. "You're making a scene in front of Chloe again." Again. As if my pain was a recurring nuisance. Lila smirked, stroking Chloe's hair. "See, this is why Dad has to stay for the bat mitzvah. Someone has to be the adult." Something inside me shattered. I grabbed the bat mitzvah invitation, the pink envelope with gold foil, our anniversary weekend printed in bold letters. I hurled it at Lila's chest. It fluttered to the floor like a dead bird. "Get out! Both of you, now! Chloe screamed. Lila shrieked, "You psycho!" Eric lunged for me. I shoved past him, yanking open the front door. Cold air hit my face. "Annabelle, stop!" Eric yelled. I pointed at the driveway, my voice ablaze. "Leave, or I swear to God I will call the police and tell them you're harassing me." Lila dragged Chloe out, hissing, "You'll regret this." Eric hesitated in the doorway, torn. "Choose," I said, my voice breaking. "Her or me?" He looked at Lila's retreating back, then at me. He walked away with them. I packed one suitcase, not for Santorini, for my sisters. Eric called as I pulled out of the driveway. I answered on speaker. "You just destroyed Chloe's confidence," he yelled. "And what about me?" I whispered. "How many times do I have to disappear before you notice I'm gone? You're being selfish." "Selfish? I gave up 8 anniversaries. I let her call me that lady. I stood by while you chose her every time." Silence. Then, cold and final. "If you leave now, don't come back. It's Chloe and Lila or you. And if you choose yourself, this marriage is over." I drove to the airport anyway, boarding pass in hand, passport ready. At gate B12, I watched families hug goodbye. A couple kissed fiercely, laughing. I touched the cold window, imagining Santorini's blue waters. This is it, I thought, the moment I stopped begging to be seen. I turned, walked past the gate agent, canceled the reservation, took the $3,200 hit. My phone buzzed nonstop. "Eric, you're throwing away 8 years over a trip? Lila, guess Greece wasn't worth fighting for." I blocked them both. Now I'm at my sister's, staring at the shattered vase's reflection in my laptop screen. 8 years of swallowing my rage. 8 years of being the backup plan. I chose myself. But as I type this, I'm wondering, was walking away the bravest thing I ever did? Or did I just prove Lila right, that I'll always choose myself over family? To the Redditors, am I the a-hole for finally saying enough? Or was staying the real betrayal to myself? Update and clarification. The update. What happened after I left? Day 1, I crashed at my sister's. Eric called 37 times. Texted, "You humiliated Chloe. She won't speak to you. Lila says she might need therapy." I replied, "Tell Chloe I'm sorry I yelled, but not for protecting myself." He never passed it on. Day 3, his lawyer emailed. Not him, his lawyer. Subject line, "Asset division and separation agreement." Attached a draft prenup, we never signed one, and he demanded I return Lila's bat mitzvah invitation. Yes, he listed it as marital property. That's when I knew. He'd already chosen his side. Day 7, Chloe texted me from a burner number. "Mom said to say I hate you, but I don't. I'm scared. Dad's staying at their house. He says you broke us. Why did you leave?" I wrote back, "Because I love you both too much to watch you erase me." She never replied, but she read it. Day 10, the receipts hit, literally. My accountant, bless her, flagged this. Eric had been paying Lila $1,200 a month for, quote, child support on top of court-ordered payments for 3 years. Why? Because Lila claimed Chloe needed therapy for anxiety after I made her feel unsafe. Spoiler, Chloe's therapist confirmed in an email. No sessions occurred. Lila canceled all appointments. Day 12, the lie unraveled. Lila's heart condition. Her Facebook story showed her hiking Machu Picchu the same week she faked chest pains. Eric saw it, didn't say a word. Yesterday, I drove past our house. Lila's Mercedes was in the driveway. Eric's I Love Chloe mug sat on the porch. Ours is in my sister's dishwasher. Edit and clarification because y'all asked. 1. Was the trip really non-refundable? Yes, we paid $4,200 total, $2,100 each from our joint savings. Airlines charged 100% penalty. I took the hit. Why? Because walking away from $2,100 felt cheaper than staying in a marriage where I cost nothing. 2. Did Eric ever defend you to Leela? Never. One time, year 5, I overheard him say, "Just go with Plan B. Annabelle won't care." Plan B? Rescheduling our anniversary again for Leela's emergency. Turns out she locked herself out of her car. He hung up, saw me, and said, "Leela's fine, false alarm." 3. Why didn't I leave sooner? Guilt, fear, love. Guilt. Chloe is my family. I helped raise her since she was 6. Leaving felt like abandoning her. Fear. Eric whispered, "You'll end up alone," during our last fight. I almost believed him. Love, I still do, but love should not require self-annihilation. 4. The vase moment. Was it premeditated? No. It was the only thing in that room that felt like mine. Eric's mom gave it to us as a wedding gift. Leela accidentally knocked it over year 2. I glued it back. When I threw it, it was the sound of 8 years of glue finally failing. 5. Chloe's speech line. Did Leela really make her say that? Yes, I have a voice memo recorded when I went to grab water. Leela's voice. Remember to say, "Annabelle gets upset. It makes Dad feel needed." Chloe. But she's nice to me. Leela. She's using you to keep Dad around. Now say it. I'll never share it, but it's why I left that day. The thing I can't unsee. It's not the money, not the lies. It's that Eric knew. He knew Leela faked the heart scare. He knew the therapy was a scam. He knew Chloe was coached. And he chose silence. That's the betrayal no one talks about. When your partner sees you bleeding and hands the knife to the person cutting you. Where I am now. Therapy, finally. New apartment, tiny, but the walls are mine. Sent Chloe a book, The Day You Begin, by Jacqueline Woodson. No note, just my name on the cover. Eric texted last night. Leela says if you apologize to Chloe, we can talk. I replied, tell Chloe I'm sorry her mom taught her to hurt people. Tell Leela she wins. Tell yourself you chose the wrong family. Final question for you. Was I selfish for walking away? Or was I selfish for staying so long? P.S. To the commenter who said, just forgive him. If you saw your spouse hand a bully a weapon to use on you, could you?